I paid for my brother's rehab 3 times. The 4th time he relapsed, he robbed my house. I came home Tuesday afternoon, set my keys on the counter, stood there 30 seconds because something felt wrong. My dog Pepper wasn't at the door. She always meets me. Called her name, got nothing. TV was there, couch was there, but my laptop was gone from the coffee table. I checked the bedroom, opened my closet, and looked at the shelf where I kept a fireproof box. My grandmother's jewelry, $2,400 in cash, both our passports. The shelf was bare. I sat on the closet floor and built every explanation I could. I moved it. My wife moved it. Then I found the spare room window unlocked. Found Pepper's water bowl overturned behind the couch like she'd backed into it scared. And wedged next to the baseboard heater was my brother Keenan's jacket. Army green Carhartt. Tear on the left pocket he'd been meaning to patch for 6 years. The thing about Keenan is he was always the one people rooted for. He felt everything at full volume. When he was sober, he'd call on a random Wednesday just to say he missed me. He cried real tears at our mother's funeral. He showed up to family birthdays with toys he'd actually researched. The parts of him that worked beautifully. He started using at 19. Knee surgery, painkillers, then something stronger, then stronger than that. Our parents were both gone. Mom from a stroke when he was 15. Our dad a heart attack a few years later. Just us. I drove 2 hours to see him on weekends, listening to him explain why things weren't as bad as they looked, leaving money on the counter while he was in the bathroom, in an amount I lied to myself about. First rehab, he sat at my kitchen table in a hoodie in June, hands around a coffee mug he wasn't drinking, eyes down. He said, "I need help, and I don't know where else to go." I said yes before I'd thought about it. 30 seconds. Sunrise Recovery, Columbus. 28 days, $8,700 on my visa. My wife Adiaze said if it works, it's worth it. It worked 14 months. Then our cousin's wedding, open bar, someone offered him champagne, and he took it because he thought he could handle 1 glass. He always thought he could handle 1 glass. There was a second program and a third. Each one cost more money and more hope. The longest stretch he held was 10 months. He called me every Sunday at 10 exactly. Had a job, visited in July and sat on the back porch and played with the dog and was funny in the way he only got when he was really himself. My wife said in bed that night, "I think it's different this time." I said me too. Then October, a missed Sunday call, a text that said just tired. Then his sober living manager calling in November. Keenan had been asked to leave 2 weeks ago, gone without a forwarding address. The manager said, "Your brother is good at seeming okay." That's actually one of the harder things to have. 9 days of nothing. Then 2:19 a.m., a text, an address and, "Can you come?" Gas station 22 minutes away. I drove there while Adeze slept. He was under the lights in that same Carhartt jacket, thinner, eyes dim. Got in the back seat without speaking, and was asleep before I hit the highway. I put a blanket over him on the couch. 12 hours. When he woke up, he said he needed to try again. My wife put her fork down that night and said, "I need you to tell me you've thought about the version where this doesn't work. Not if, when." The honest answer was I hadn't. She said, "Okay, make the calls." 4th program. Dual diagnosis. 60 days, $9,400. The clinical director, Dr. Baum, spent 40 minutes on the phone with me before even scheduling intake. He graduated the last Saturday of March. I brought him back to the house while Adeze was at her sister's and made grilled cheese and tomato soup. The same thing I'd made him at every stage of his recovery because it had become the kind of ritual you never name. He was funny. We laughed. He asked to use the bathroom before I drove him to his new sober living house. I went to check a work email. He was in there 20 minutes. Came out, said he was ready, looked completely fine. I dropped him at 4:15. He waved from the sidewalk, drove home, made dinner, went to bed. Normal night. 2 days later, I came home from work and Pepper wasn't at the door. But what I didn't know yet was that the next morning I'd get a phone call from our aunt, and what she told me about where Keenan had really been during those day passes would change everything I thought I understood about the last 60 days. Full story is only on Spotify. Search Koala Reads. It's free.